throwing shots now. Now he's throwing shots. What he really wanted to say was, Danny's a hookah thot.
Well, I never said it to the people. You did. So, okay, we can talk about it.
You know what?
Opulence. I own everything. Michael.
The Wicked Witch, also known as that bitch, Danny.
Okay. Danny, how are you feeling about our outfits today?
Bitch, you are my pussy bow brother in arms today. You look stunning. I'm living for this look.
You know, people don't know this, but I called you, and you were like, let's FaceTime. And I was like, ugh, gross, I feel gross, I don't want to FaceTime. I know we're going to record, but I was like, I'm not ready to be seen. And Danny was like, oh, I'm dressed. And I saw Danny in this getup, and I was like, I love this entire look. First of all, his signature hat, I live for it. And then the pussy bow, I live for a pussy bow shirt. I wear them all the time on the channel. You probably know that. Probably seen me in them a million times. And
a brooch.
I do love a brooch.
And a brooch.
Yes, so when I saw him, I was like, okay, I can't be this basic bitch. Because I was literally gonna wear a freaking gray sweatshirt that I had on all day at work. And I was like, if we're both being basic, then fine. But he cannot come here looking like this, and then I'm coming here, my channel looking basic. Like,
wait, hold on, time out.
Do better, Michael. Do better.
When I tell you, the man really ran into the bathroom on FaceTime and pulled this look out of thin air, I was like, bitch, you look sick, mate. Oh my God, it was literally like a 180. But you look fabulous. You look stunning.
That just goes to show, like, I don't want to say this because then people are going to be like, yeah, I told you were always late, but I'm kind of always late sometimes.
CP time.
Everyone's always like, oh, I know I'm not going to call if I'm dying. I'm like, yeah, don't call me. But I'm always
running to bury the body.
Yeah, I'll help you with that. So I'm always running on my own time. But I can always pull something together real quick. I'll go through my closet. I'll be like, no, I have nothing. And then they're like, you have 5 minutes. And then they're like, okay, I'm ready. And I don't have this on. It just works. It works that way for me. When I'm in a rush and I'm just grabbing things, it just comes together.
But you did that. You did that. With the time frame, you did that.
Yeah.
And look, y'all, I had to get dressed up today because... But it's New York Fashion Week, y'all, here in New York. So I had to pull a look. I had to do it. Like, gotta do city justice.
Okay. I don't have my glasses, so if I'm reading anything and I'm like reading slow, like at a 3rd grade level, don't read me. Literally, unintended.
Not 3rd grade level, I'm sorry.
Because I really can't see. I'm looking at myself in the monitor right now and I just look blurry.
And stunning.
I'll take your word for it.
Y'all, please, America, Toronto, wherever you're watching, please let us know. Can y'all see Michael clearly? Because his pussy pops severely.
Oh, doing these eye things? Oh, that was a challenge. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know if it's straight, if it's crooked, if it's bad, if it's good. But I can see the outline of the color, and that's all right with me. I'm not.
That's all she wrote.
Don't judge me. But judge me. It's okay. So what have you been up to?
Michael, honestly, I've just been going to the pool, getting my tan on, having fun. Summer is now coming to a close. So I've just been enjoying myself, going out, just being me, having fun. How about you, girl?
Work. Pretty much like that Rihanna song. That's all I've been doing. Yeah. It's been great. The weather has been kind of up and down, so it's like hard to go out and do a bunch of stuff. 1 minute it's too hot to go outside, the next minute it's like really cold. The first day of September was really chilly. I was like, ooh, I like this. Is it okay to bring out my, pieces? Like, can I bring out the fur yet?
Bitch, let me tell you something. You hit it right on the nose. this weather, a storm just happened, and when I tell y'all, quick story,
Oh my
quick funny
goodness.
story.
You FaceTimed me when New York was being flooded, and I was in shock because I didn't know that a storm was happening, one. And two,
Me either.
it was disgusting.
Me either. I was out at a spot, right? I'm chilling with my friends. Next thing we know, huge flood comes into the lounge that we're in and
Oh
takes
my
over
God.
the whole floor. Yes, it literally covered the whole street where I was at. It was bad. I literally was climbing on chairs and moving chairs just not to get wet. It took me 2 hours to get home. It was bad. So bad.
I heard like
so
people even died because of the storm. Ida? I think the name was Ida. Am I right? Wrong?
I don't know what the bitch name is, but the bitch done fucked me up.
Yeah,
Fucked me up.
It feels like whenever New York gets a little bit of rain or a lot of rain, the subway system is trash because everything just rushes down there. And I saw people trying to get off the train, and you just see I don't want to say sewage water, but like road water, which is just equally as nasty.
No, you
as
said
New
it
York.
right. Nasty sewage,
Just like
water
rushing on top of the thing and people running under it. I'm like, gross. My
Michael.
skin, I couldn't. I'd have to like do 10 chemical peels just to feel comfortable in my own skin again.
When I tell you the way I washed my ass that night, it was ridiculous, okay? Like, I literally felt like I was swimming in mud. Like, it was so bad. The water,
I can imagine.
literally, the water came all the way up, not to my neck, y'all, but to my knee. And maybe that's not high for a lot of y'all because y'all tall and I'm short, but still, that's a lot for me.
You're average height. You're not short. You're average.
Yeah, it was crazy. It took me 2 hours to get home, but Idaho, don't know, but she gotta go.
Not it.
Gotta go.
Not it. So yeah, that happened. We don't have a lot of crazy rain here. Even if there's a storm, the rain doesn't affect us that badly. Thank you, government, for infrastructure. Like, hello. Where's my tax money going to? I know.
Thank you, New York, for not having a security system for this situation. Woo!
I feel so bad for y'all. But when it does snow, it's really trash. Like, the snow is the worst thing I have to deal with or look forward to on an annual basis. And now that I don't really have to go outside, I could care less.
Oh, wow.
So
I heard the snow
yay.
there covers your houses.
Oh yeah. Like, it gets really bad. I remember one year it was so bad. I was Ubering. I couldn't take the public transportation home. I had to Uber home. Then the Uber had to like stop and let me out halfway through my journey because they're like, it's blocked. There's no way for me to drive. Everyone was skidding in the middle of the road. There were cars in all directions everywhere.
God.
And everyone was walking. Everyone was trying to Uber, but Ubers were like, nothing was available. And I walked for what felt like 2 hours in snow that was like all the way up to my nipples.
You did not.
All the way up to my nipple. Literally, I felt like my toes were like non-existent. I actually I thought one of my toes fell off that night. When I came home and I looked and I saw 10 toes, I was so shocked because I walked till my feet were numb, cold as balls. But my worst winter storm experience ever, and it's never happened to me before. Sorry, never happened to me after that. Would never want anyone to experience that. Toes. I know, my 10 little piggies, and they're so cute. Can you imagine if I lost one?
I'm so happy you have. Because that is just crazy.
Thank God for natural disasters. Not really.
We love them.
No. So there's some things happening in the world. This episode is all about hot topics. Enough about us. Let's get into what's been happening in the world. The other day you sent me a thing about Lilnasx and the whole prosthetic belly. What are your thoughts on it? Because a lot of people have a lot of different thoughts. You have black rappers that are like, it's too much. The children, it's too gay. Blah, blah, blah. Then you have trans men that are like, you're like, I don't know, is it appropriating or is it, did they call it, what did they call it?
You know what's so crazy? I remember DMing it to you. I sent it to you, and I was like, "What are your thoughts on this?" Because I just thought it was outrageous. First of all, let me just say this disclaimer, right? I am not, and it's sad that I have to do a disclaimer, but these are my opinions, and I'm not attacking anybody. Let me make that very clear. Sad that I have to do this disclaimer, but this is the honest to God truth. Now, with that being said, the man is doing.
Sorry, continue. My lips are a little chapped, so I'm just adding lip balm.
Girl, hold on. You know what? Mine too. So, lip check. All right. Now time to check what I'm about to say. So, with that being said, everybody in the world is having an uproar with Lilnasx. It don't matter what this man does. People are just going to attack him for no matter what reasons. Like rappers, oh, my kids, this, and that. He is a artist doing things for himself. Okay? For himself. He did not have y'all kids. You had your kids. Okay? Like, are you going to explain what Nicki Minaj is saying in her raps? Are you going to explain what Cardi B or the Migos or whoever or Drake is rapping about in their raps to your kids? No, the fuck you're not. So why is it when it comes to Lilnasx, a black gay rapper, you feel the need to be like, I have to explain this to my children? And then also when it comes to the trans community, which I have a lot of trans friends and also family members, I don't think he was like trying to make fun of, you know, the pregnancy situation when it comes to, you know, the trans community. I don't think that's what it was. I think people are taking this a little too far.
So, the way, you know what I love?
Period.
Side note, because my mind goes all over the place. Just follow my thoughts here. I was about to say, the way how I see it, but from Glee, you know, Sue Sylvester, Sue sees it.
Oh, I love Sue.
I miss that show just for her character. But yeah.
And Santana, bless
Oh.
Naya Rivera, she was my favorite.
Yeah, I loved her. That was just like a side thought that I just felt like sharing. Ignore that.
Hold on. Quick side thing. Do you remember when Sue did the Nicki Minaj super? I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
That was
Super
everything.
Bass, it was everything.
That was everything.
Everything. The outfit, the wig. Oh my god. I should go watch that episode tonight. I should really go watch that episode tonight.
Yeah, we should, girl. I'm about to go watch Glee, but all right, sorry.
All right. Okay. Back to what were we talking about? Lilnasx. Yeah. So he has his album coming out, and this album he regards it as his baby, which is not far-fetched or news. A lot of artists consider their music and their new projects their baby. It's just a term that a lot of people use. And in the event, like in a few days or whatever, how long it's going to be released, he decided to do a series of photos with a prosthetic belly because he's giving birth to this project. This is like his first real album. I think he's only released singles so far.
Yeah, like singles. I know he's got Grammys for a couple of those singles, but I think this is like his first big project.
Right, so that's why he regards it as his baby.
Yeah, especially with him and his whole experience and his journey to where he was with Old Town Road to where he is now. So this is like a huge thing for him.
Right. Now, in the past, a lot of people, when they have a new album coming out, they would do press tours and they would do a bunch of performances and a bunch of radio interview and TV interviews. Things have changed. He's being more creative. He's that type of guy where the internet is where he does his marketing. So he is doing this where it's like, call it 12 Days of Christmas, but like 12 days of Lilnasx's new album or whatever it's called. And I think it's just fine. I think it's art. And when I see a rapper like not Little Uzi, I'm so sorry. I don't want to mix them up. There's so many of them that I don't know. What's he called? A little something. He's a little man and he always talks a lot. And he was in a wheelchair like a month or so ago. I don't know.
Roland Ray? Let me stop.
No. But the last thing I remember of this rapper, I swear to you, I follow pop culture, but when it comes to certain rap artists, I'm like, not worth my time. I'm not trying to get to know you. I remember this rapper for paying for strippers or female sex workers to have sex with his son that was underage. That's what I remember him for. Anyways, Little Boosie. Li- Little Boozy
Bring me
or
along.
Bussy or something.
That is
Little Bussy.
crazy.
So
Whew.
I thought it weird that every time something queer or gay or whatever comes up in the media, he has something to say. He says Lil Nas X doing this is bad for the children. Lil Nas X responds, just say you don't like gay people and stop using your child as a crutch. And I agree. Because when I was a child, I saw TV shows all the time with women and men kissing. I saw women and men in sex scenes. I saw them having babies.
Work.
I saw them teenagers kissing on TV, like young kids kissing on TV, as long as it was a male and a female, cis man, cis woman, and it was all fine. Is that not a sexuality? Being heterosexual, wasn't that being pushed in my face all the time? Did I
All
ask
of our faces.
to see it? Did
Because
I
that's
ask to
the
see
norm.
Britney kiss Madonna and then they kiss Christina? Did I ask for any of that? Did I ask to see Nicki Minaj's ass in my face for Anaconda on the stage at a freaking awards show? I didn't ask to see any of that. But it's their art, and that's how they wanted to be represented, and that's how they wanted to share their art, and so I accept it for what it is. Me watching that as a kid did not influence me to be heterosexual. Me seeing Nicki Minaj twerking and talking about her Anaconda did not influence me to want to twerk on stage. So them
Any of
thinking
these
that
artists prior.
Lil Nas X is going to
Like-
influence their kid to be like, that's stupid. Like, really, with all my chest, that's stupid.
No. Right. It's so damn dumb because it's like you said, just feeding off what you said. Growing up, this is what I saw: straight, kiss, sex, more straight people, churches, marriage, straight marriage, no gay people, taboo,
another one.
and then gay. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So now, like,
Yeah.
what?
I feel like
I
they
wish-
just need to stop using the children as an excuse, because children know what's up, first of all, and second of all, you could talking to children about sexuality and explaining to them what this love is versus that type of love does not determine what type of love they will grow up experiencing as an adult or what type of love they will
Exactly.
want to like partake in. You can't dictate if your child is going to grow up straight, bi, pansexual, or whatever. You can't dictate that.
Whatever their sexuality is.
It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the way you raise them. It has nothing to do with what they've been exposed to on TV or in media. And that's just what
Yeah,
it
like-
is.
Like at the end of the day, right? Being straight is the norm from what I was taught because that was pushed on me, right? So granted, when I came out, it was more so the like, oh my God, you're gay, this and that, right? Because it's taboo. Like, I wish I had seen more representation across the board with
Lil Nas
everything.
X is doing the
But-
Lord's work,
Yep.
okay? He's representing
Literally.
for those who did not grow up having that. I didn't grow up having it. He didn't grow up having it. He's doing this so that some little kid can look on TV and say, oh, this guy is kissing another guy, and it's okay. Because I actually feel that way too, and I don't know if it's okay, but I feel like I'm not alone in this world. I think it's fine. I think people can
Right.
get over it. The belly thing, I don't think it's going to make little boys think that they can produce a child that either. I don't think their kids are going to think that. And even if your little boy comes to you and say, Daddy, Lil Nas X has a baby in his belly. Can I have a baby too? Just literally say to the kid, no, baby, that belly he has online, it's fake. It's not real. He can't have a baby. And you can't have one either because you don't have the organs to do that. Okay, Daddy, I'm going to watch cartoons now. What's so hard about explaining to a child what the reality of things are?
Or having a
It's
conversation.
not difficult. It's because you're uncomfortable. It's not because the child doesn't understand. Children understand. You're just uncomfortable and shallow, and that's why you can't have that conversation. As far as the trans comments go, you sent me something, and this person made a long rant about why it's problematic that this man who cannot have a child is wearing a prosthetic belly. Um, I'm not a trans man. I personally cannot produce a child. Like, I cannot host a child within me and give birth. I don't have those capabilities. So,
Right.
your experience as a trans man, to those who are offended, and your feelings towards it, they're all valid. That's how you feel. However,
Ooh.
if we're going to start splicing and dicing and making and doing all these little things, can a cis woman come and say that drag queens should stop dressing up like women because that's offensive?
What?
No, like, where does it end?
Oh!
I just want to know, where does it end? Because
What?
I get the whole
That
thing
was
about
a good metaphor.
appropriation.
Girl, you just hit me with some shit because I couldn't even say it like, girl. That. Wait,
I just want to know, and I'm willing for anyone in the comments who feel differently. Come on, I can send you my Skype link. We can talk about it, and you can share your points, and you can give me what you think, and we can talk about it. Period. We can talk
See,
about
and
it.
you know what? I love that. I love hearing other people's opinions, and I'm very, very open and receptive to getting, other people's thoughts on stuff. We do not have to agree on everything, but we can definitely come to some common ground of understanding and respecting each other. That's something that's key.
For sure. And the thing is, the thing you sent me online about this trans man and how he felt about Lilnasx with the prosthetic belly, they were going off. They were so mad, and they were doing the most. And I was like, okay. He's a member of the queer community as well, Lilnasx I'm talking about, just like you, Mr. Trans Man.
Mm-hmm.
And he is promoting his album. The album is his figurative, like, it's not an actual baby, it's his figurative baby. And this is his way of expressing his art. We have a lot of people, Katya, Trixie Mattel, big drag queens, they wear breastplates every day. Are women supposed to say, now, I'm deeply offended that this man is wearing a breastplate? It feels kind of like a mockery because I'm a woman and I was born with a breast and I use my breast to feed my children, and you guys don't have kids, and yet you're out here just buying breastplates and acting like having boobs is a joke. And for some
And
other
granted-
women who have to have like double vasectomies and they can't have their breasts anymore because of cancer or God knows what, and you are there as a man with breastplates, is it offensive to them? Because at the end of the day,
An art form.
Lilnasx never said, oh, I'm actually going to give birth to a human being, and he wasn't trying to
Right.
make light of the fact that some trans men can have children. Or, I just don't get why him wearing a prosthetic stomach made them feel as if it was shitting on the fact that they are men and they can have kids. He never said just because I'm a man and I'm wearing a prosthetic stomach, that means it's a joke because men really can't have kids.
It literally
We all know men
was
can
not
have
that.
kids.
It was not that. Like, I'm just, like you said it best. Like, for example,
Oh,
it's an
trust
art
and
form.
believe. I don't know if I said
It's
it
a
best
way of
because somebody's
expressing.
going to be upset regardless. I'm sure someone's going to be upset with what I
Well-
said. But again, if
Well,
you
you said it
have
the
a
way I
problem
was
with
thinking
it,
it.
comment down below. Let me know. I'll reach out to you and we can do this here. Because I brought it up on a public forum, we can address it again in a public forum. I'm open to anyone and
Well-
any conversation.
Granted, ditto, but like I'm saying, the way you explained it with the drag aspect of it, drag is an art form. Lil Nas is using this platform to
He's an
market
artist.
his art. Literally, that's literally all it is. That's the equivalent of what's happening right now. It's an art. It's art, right? Like, it's literally just, that's what it is. Granted, people are now taking this way above and beyond to where it like needs to go. Oh my god. Like, so if Drake was pregnant or whatever and was doing something with a pregnant belly, would y'all attack Drake?
I mean, and he's not. Lilnasx is not the first male to put on a prosthetic belly. He's not the first person to do it. It's been done on multiple sitcoms throughout the years, movies where a lot of men have done prosthetics to look like women with bellies and all these things. Like, it's not new at all.
Girl.
But I feel like they're trying to make an example out of him, and I don't understand why. Especially people in the queer community. I'm like, we're all queer. We all know we respect each other, or we're supposed to respect each other. And we all know that if we do something in the name of art, because everyone nowadays is an artist and is doing something in the name of art, but when you do something in the name of art that could be considered appropriation of another person or another human being, oh, girl, it's just art. But if someone else does it, oh, no, bitch, I'm offended. They should bow down and kiss my feet and apologize 10 Hail Marys. Like, girl, get over yourself. I wanted to also talk about Michael K. Williams. Why are you laughing?
Because you make me die and laugh all the time. I'm sorry. Okay. Cut the cameras. Dead eyes. Cut the cameras.
You're laughing, no, I'm laughing, and it's like, oh my god. Michael K. Williams, do you remember him from a lot of movies from back in the day?
Yes. Yes, I do. And it's sad.
It's really sad that he passed. If you don't know, he has passed within the past few days. I loved him in Lovecraft Country. I keep saying county. He's been in countless other movies. It was really sad when I heard he died. I was like, "Are you sure?" And it was just one of those things where you just don't expect it, because 54 is young to me. To me, a 54-year-old is a young person. I don't see a 54-year-old as someone that's just gonna up and go. But then I found out the alleged reason behind his passing, and it just made it that much more sad.
You know what's so crazy, Michael? The alleged reason for him passing was a drug overdose, correct?
Yes. That's what reports are saying.
Granted, this triggered me to back when Amy Winehouse passed away from a drug overdose, and as well as Corey Monteith from Glee. We was just talking about Glee. Crazy, 2 seconds ago. And it's like that when he got an overdose too. I'm like, how can this, like, literally, like my heart just like sank into my ass, because I was like, how does this happen? I just don't understand at all. And it's just like, my heart's just broken, because it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. It's a loss of a life that is unfortunate, and that's it, you know?
It really is. He will be greatly missed. He was an immense talent. I have this conversation a lot with a specific friend of mine, because I'm not pro drugs at all. I don't smoke. I don't do the weed. I don't do the cigarettes. I don't do the the ecstasy. None of it. I don't do it. What you say?
You don't do none of it.
No.
None of it. Girl.
Not even the hookah. None of that. So, but I do.
Throwing shots now. That he's throwing shots. He's throwing shots. He's throwing shots. He's throwing shots. Oh, yeah. What he really wanted to say was, Danny's a hookah thot, because every time we on FaceTime, I'm always smoking.
Well, I never said it to the people. You did. So, okay, we can talk about it.
You know what?
Danny's addicted to hookah.
Ain't no shame in my game. And I'm pretty sure that a huge percentage of people have done certain things, but best believe
for sure.
I've only done the hoops and maybe a little bit of greens, beans,
no
tomatoes.
Disrespect, and this is no shade or no shame to people that partake in drugs recreationally or whatever. Whatever you do is your business. I'm just saying, as me speaking on the topic, I want you to know that I don't have experience using. I do
Yeah.
drink. I love a cocktail. I love a glass of wine. But as far as
You love a what? You love a what?
oh my god, why do you even have
What do you love?
alcohol so close to you? As I'm speaking,
You
and my
know
shelf
what?
and my shelf is right in front of me with alcohol. I just
You
can't
know
reach
what?
out
Hold
for
on,
it.
pause. I'm gonna go get my damn hookah now. Now I'm gonna go get
No,
my damn
no,
hookah.
oh god. But yeah, I was about to say always have this conversation with a friend of mine, and they're like, "Oh, just legalize all types of drugs, like legalize cocaine and all of that." And
No.
my stance
No.
on it was, okay. Now my stance on it was no, because yeah, you legalized marijuana. You don't hear about people overdosing on marijuana regularly, because again, I don't do these things, so I don't have a lot of information on them. And I'm like, marijuana is one thing, but if you lace it with other things, then it can be dangerous
Yeah.
and it can really harm you. But if you're getting it from a dispensary, then it's regulated. And
Yeah.
if whatever they give you causes you harm or causes you to like OD, then there's someone to be held accountable for that.
Right.
With cocaine, I don't know about that. But then they were telling me that, oh, cocaine itself doesn't really it doesn't kill you, but it's when people mix
Bullshit.
it with, that's, again, I don't know, girl. I don't know. But they're
Bullshit.
like, it's when people mix cocaine with fentanyl. I don't even know the freaking terms. Either way,
Anybody knows?
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, guys. No, go ahead, go ahead. I
It's
got a lot to
like,
say.
either way, I feel as if people need strong people in their camp. If I have a friend and a friend of mine does this, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to make them know that this is not okay. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
What happened?
I've been recording this entire time without my mic on. A mess. A mess. Oh, Lord.
No, but wait, time out. Hold on. Because she was struggling with the microphone.
Thinking that I was messing it up because it's on me, but it's not even plugged in. Work. I hope this audio is like being heard. You know what? Anyways.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something? Because I got something
No.
to say. I got something.
Anyways,
Hey.
I can't stand him. Get it together. So, if I have a friend and they're going through this, I'm going to actually force them to get help, because not going to sit back and watch you ruin your life. And I feel like a lot of celebrities, they don't have people in their camp to support them, and they don't have people in their camp that can tell them no. Everyone's going to tell them yes because you have the money and you have the power.
Right.
I just think it's sad, but what we're going to say about the Michaelkwilliams situation.
Cocaine, crack, all that. Cocaine, crack, heroin. Listen, I'm from Harlem, all right? If y'all know Harlem, 125th and Lex, crack city. I've seen these people.
Really,
on
what
cocaine,
is it? 126 and Lex, you say?
125th, 6th,
Fifth.
and 24th in Lexington.
All right.
Okay,
I'll just
not
like make a
keep
note
it
of that
Lex.
for when I come to New York.
That part. But it's literally walking zombies outside, okay? Literally sleeping. Some of them look dead on the floor. Like those, and they're on like coke, they're on heroin, and they're on crack. Crack is
I hear
literally
heroin
whack.
is the worst. Like,
It is
that's
the
what
worst.
really
It is the
messes you
worst.
up.
Yeah, I took a psych class, and they were like that. It sends like a response to like your brain or something like that, where it's like you need more that triggers for you to be addicted to it. But with that being said, I've seen these people growing up like just on this stuff, and that child. I refuse to do any of those drugs because I do not want to be a walking corpse.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
do
agree.
not catch Danny on 125th. You will not catch me walking out. Like I told you what happened when this is so sad, and God forgive me, but we used to have the McDonald's on 125th and Lex, which I never ate from, and it got shut down. When do you ever hear of a McDonald's shutting down? You know, it's crazy.
Barely ever. But yeah, what was your favorite Michael K. Williams movie or moment from him, like in remembering him? Do you have one?
No, I don't have a specific one, honestly. To be completely honest, I don't have one. Like, it's like, because I just don't, you know? It's just sad for the passing of him. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. I don't really have a particular moment. Do you?
You know what? I was going through a lot of things that he's done in his past, and he used to walk the balls. He was in the ballroom in the 90s. He was in ballroom, and I thought that was so cool. He was a queer ally. I don't think he identifies as a queer person, but he's always been a queer ally. He walked realness, and he was so cute. I love that about him.
Send me the clips.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. He's played gay characters on screen multiple times, and as a black man with like growing up a certain way and with a rough exterior like he had, you don't always see that. A lot of black men didn't want to play queer. They would play, you know, like Shanae or something and dress up as a girl, but that's as far as they would go because those characters were like funny, and it was like a caricature and making fun of a certain type of woman, which is problematic in itself, but they would never want to play a queer character, and he played gay characters, and I thought that was really cool, and his characters are always nuanced, and I thought he was such a talented man. He will definitely be missed, and yeah.
What's this song? He deserves a round of applause, but yeah.
I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you name it, we're on it. And if you're watching on YouTube, how do you like my outfit? I'm wearing this same outfit next week. Oh, yes. Bye, guys. Love you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and go over to my Patreon. Hey, beautiful humans. You've made it this far in this video. Why not subscribe to my Patreon? You can sign up for exclusive content I don't post on YouTube, or support me making content for this channel. Speaking of, why don't you watch another video?